I know. I know that. No kidding. Did Pat didn't do that at first? I know that. No kidding. Did Pat didn't do that at first? Hello? Is it that delayed? No kidding. Did Pat didn't do that first? Yo, what the heck's going on? Hello? Why is it like that? Oh, I've got one up right now. Is it that delayed? What about now? All right. All right, everyone on here, we're going to get started here in the next 2 minutes, guys. Thanks for hopping on. All right, you guys, we're going to get started here in the next minute or so. We're going to give everyone who's coming on, the next 30 seconds to get on here and get on for this Alliance training webinar. I hope you guys are excited. Welcome from all over the world. Like I said, we're going to get started here in the next 30 seconds to a minute. So get your notes out, get a pen and paper, and we're going to get after this. All right, we're going to get started, guys. Welcome. My name is Alex Klott. I'm located in San Diego, California right now. I'm excited to bring to you guys tonight the Alliance training webinar. And we're going to start tonight with one of the most important things that you guys really need to understand and wrap your minds around in the beginning and long term to succeed in this business and in this industry is it's your dreams. It's how big can you think? How big can you dream? How big can you imagine? And how that's going to really pull you and push you towards where you want to go in life. And I think we can really start by understanding that anything that you've ever done in life, and I want you guys to really get this, anything you've ever done in life has come from a dream. You thought of it previously. You had seen it in your mind before it came to hold in your hand. Now, when this happened, maybe you didn't believe it at first. Maybe it was hard to imagine someone like you at the time, or maybe you thought this way. Maybe you thought that there's no way that you could go out there and achieve that big goal. There's no way that you could have made that game-winning shot in the basketball game. There's no way you could have thrown that game-winning touchdown. There's no way you could have given that great of a speech in your comms class. There's no way you could have done all these incredible things, and yet you go on to do them. And what I'm here to tell you tonight is you can do this business. You can do this business. You can succeed in this business. You can literally change your life, your friends' lives, and your family's lives forever. And the only way that's going to happen is if you dream big. So to start off, guys, a lot of people come into this industry, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are new. You're on the Alliance. We're obviously very excited to be helping you guys in your health and building your wealth. And I think with that, really low frequency of a message, it gives you permission, and it gives you the flexibility to dream as big as you want and help your friends dream as big as they want in other areas of life. And I think the biggest thing that you guys can do right now is to really stick with me for the next 15 to 20 minutes as I go through some really, really good material that I've gotten. It's not Alex Klott material. It's Dexter Yeager. It's people who've succeeded in this industry before. And on top of that, it's people who are from all over the personal development and all over success and business. So what I want you guys to wrap your minds around is the fact that you can do this business. That's what these dreams are about. Dreams are great, and people can dream big things, and people can imagine the biggest things. But if they don't believe they can do it, it's nothing. And you are good enough to do this. And that's what you've got to understand. So when people come into this business, when people first come into this industry, I think a lot of the things that people struggle with is seeing, the nice cars. They see, the big houses. They see these huge checks. They see these magical vacations that people go on, and they're like, there's no way I can do this. They're either coming out of college, or maybe, you're in the corporate world, or maybe you're working at McDonald's, and you're sitting there and you're saying, how the heck am I supposed to do this business? How can I achieve that huge goal? How can I go out there and do this thing? Well, it all starts with a dream. Now, when I first got started, guys, I dreamed of big things. I dreamed of, obviously being in a BMW. I dreamed of having, no job. I dreamed of traveling to amazing places, meeting incredible people, speaking in front of hundreds of people. I dreamed of these big things, and then they came to happen over time. Now, what I'm here to tell you is, don't sell yourself short. Don't sell yourself short in the beginning. Now, while we want to focus and really set our attention on smaller goals, tonight is about dreaming. Tonight is about dreaming big. Tonight is about really pulling towards something that you can get jacked up about, something that you can get fired up about every single morning that'll wake you up out of bed and get you moving. Because at the end of the day, if you have something that will literally pull you towards your dreams, you can be highly successful in this business. And really, to start, guys, dreams are the solution to all of your problems. How many problems do you have? How many times have you heard maybe your friends, or how many times have you heard yourself say, oh, I don't know how I'm going to pay rent this month. I don't know how, I'm going to be able to do this. My relationships aren't good. This isn't happening. This isn't happening. This sucks. This sucks. If you were to accomplish your dreams in Vemma, if you were to accomplish your dreams through the Alliance, would those problems go away? And the answer is yes, a lot of them would. If you could succeed and accomplish your dreams, because you're going to have to grow into the person that's going to be able to achieve that income. And in this business, it's more than income, but at the same time, if you want to achieve a certain income or grow into a certain person, the money's going to come. So understand that everyone has challenges and obstacles. You're not the only one. And so when you have these big dreams and people are saying, oh, it's not going to work, or oh, this or that, understand that everyone has that. You're not unique in that way. You're unique in a lot of ways, but in that way, you're not. In the struggle, you are not. There are a lot of people who go through challenges. Almost everyone in this industry will face a lot of obstacles to get there. It's very rare that you'll see someone shoot straight to the top. Very rare. And in that case, I'd really like to quote someone who's on Shark Tank there. I said it takes about 10 to 15 years to have an overnight success. And if you really think about that, you hear about all these people who are overnight, millionaires, or overnight six-figure earners. It's not overnight. It took time. But what did they do? They believed, they dreamed. They had a vision in their mind that came to be true in the material world. And so if you don't dream big, you will never accomplish that. So what you need to do is understand that joy is going to be overcoming your goals. The joy, everything that you really want in life, the feeling good, because that's what we're all searching for, is just feeling good, feeling accomplished, being happy, being fulfilled. That's going to come in overcoming your obstacles. That's going to come in overcoming those challenges that you face. All those things that you're having trouble with right now, they will be filled with joy once you overcome them. And I'm telling you right now from experience, I've overcome a lot of things. I was shy. I didn't want to talk to people. I didn't think I was going to be successful in business. I didn't think I had what it takes. And I'm telling you, once I was able to achieve what I was able to achieve, the joy was so great that I realized that the challenges were there to help me. The challenges weren't challenges. I just had to learn how to defeat them. I had to learn how to raise my level of awareness. I had to raise my level of skills to match them. And once I did that, guys, once I grew personally, I was able to grow my income. Now, I want you to imagine your life. This is where we have to visualize a little bit. What would it be like if you were financially free? What would your life look like if you helped others be financially free? What would you feel like? How would you feel on a regular basis? Seriously, imagine this. If you have to close your eyes, but think about this. How would you feel on a regular basis if you were financially free and you helped others do the same thing? What would your life feel like? I need you to capture that feeling. I need you to know what that feeling looks like. I need you to really just feel it throughout your body from head to toe. And I need you to capture that feeling and have it as many times a day as possible. And the only way to do that is to visualize. Now, if you can start visualizing 1 to 2 to 3 times a day, and it helps to have a dream board. If you haven't seen The Secret yet, please watch it. It's on Netflix. If you watch The Secret, it talks about having a vision board, having a dream board. I'm looking at mine right now. I see a home in Austin, Texas. I see a mansion. I see a Ford Raptor. I see a Maybach. I see an Audi R8. I see Christian Louis Vuitton red bottoms. I see a yacht. I see a beach house. I see a Miami house next to my friend Michael Sotero. I see a private jet. I see all these things that I want, and I look at them, and I'm able to visualize. I'm able to visualize what my life's going to physically look like, and it makes me feel a certain way. Now, for you guys, maybe it's different. Maybe you're not, so much towards the materialistic things. Maybe it's, you at Disneyland every day of the year. Maybe it's you, coaching a favorite sport. There's a lot of things that could come into play, and that's why this business is so exciting, because you can do whatever you want with it. So I'm telling you right now, I want you to start visualizing, start writing some things down that make you feel that way. Because if you feel that way, you'll start attracting the people who feel the same way. And the people who feel that way are the people that are going to want this business. They're going to want to be a part of the alliance, and they're going to want to succeed and help others do the same thing. They're going to want to grow, and they're going to want to contribute. And if you grow and contribute, I'm telling you right now, life is going to be so amazing every single day, every hour, every minute, every second. Can you imagine a life where you're fulfilled, you're happy, you're just enthusiastic, and you're grateful every day? I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. So really strive to visualize every day. I want you guys to get that. Okay, that's part of dreaming. That's part of understanding dreaming big. Okay, now the question really comes is, will you commit? Will you decide to be successful? When I first came to this business, I remember Patrick Homer, my enroller, saying, Alex, you've got to understand that if you're not do or die in this business, in the sense of you're going to commit to growing and contributing to other people's lives, not necessarily a certain income. Everyone's got a different goal. Everyone has a different dream in terms of what they need to be in that feeling of greatness, of contribution, of growth. Now, whatever your dream is, are you willing to commit to that? Whether it's, making a certain income per year, which, that's what freedom's all about, is you have to have residual income. So is it making $100,000 a year per year? Is it making $500,000 a year? Is it making $1 million a year? Is it making $50,000 a year? Is it making an extra $2,000 a month? Is that going to change your life? Maybe. And if it is, are you committed to doing whatever it freaking takes to get there? Because if you're not, this isn't going to work. None of it's going to work. But what helps accelerate that commitment, what helps solidify and really cement and concrete that decision, is dreaming. Because once you see and once you feel how you would feel when you have those things or when you feel those experiences that are going to happen in your life, you know for a fact that you cannot settle for anything else in life because this is what you're meant to live like. Now, if you can commit to that, if you can commit to giving this thing 3 to 5 years and dreaming big throughout it and committing to your dreams, because why else are you on earth? Why else are you here? We're here to grow. We're here to contribute. And that leads to happiness. And I'm telling you that right now, you can do this business, you can dream big, but you have to commit first. In the Bible, it says, as a man believeth in his heart, so is he. If you can believe truly right here that you're going to make this thing happen, if you commit, if you decide that no matter what happens, even if your best friend, even if your mom, even if your teacher, even if your coach, even if your best friend tells you no and says you're stupid and you're an idiot, this isn't going to work, are your dreams worth more? Are your dreams worth more than their opinion? Because last time I checked, their opinions don't pay your bills, and they certainly don't pay for the experiences that you want to have that will make you feel the way you want to feel. So I heard actually a great analogy that goes right along with this weekend, and it was a royal ambassador in our company named Alex Morton. He said, all of us today will have security passcodes. We'll have all these different things to lock our phones, to make sure people don't get on our computers, to make sure our banks are protected, and all these things. And we'll do whatever, even our Twitters, even our Instagrams. We have all these passwords and different things. No one can get on. Don't let anybody in there. You can't read my text. But when it comes to our minds, we let anybody in. Why don't we have a passcode up here? I'm asking you guys to create a passcode. I'm asking you guys to guard your mind as much as you guard your phone, as much as you guard your bank, as much as you guard anything in your life, your house. I'm asking you to guard this thing because this is the only thing that really matters. If you have your mind and you can dream big and you don't let people come in and try and steal your dreams and try and take what's rightfully yours and the only thing you're really promised in life, then what are you doing? You've got to protect your dreams. You have got to protect your mindset. Now, what you got to understand is friends will say it doesn't work. It's too late. They'll make excuses. It's 5 years in. It's 10 years in. It's 15 years in. It's 20 years in. They'll keep saying it. They'll say it every 5 to 10 months every time you talk to them. I've had my friends say, oh, it's too late, Alex, and they told me that when we were at nearly 100 million. Now we're at, 221 million. They're like, Alex, it's too late. This next year we're going to do about 400 or 500 million. They'll be like, Alex, it's too late. When we do $1 billion, Alex, it's too late. 5-10 billion, Alex, it's too late. Those are people that you just can't listen to. You can't afford to listen to those people. Now, what's so funny is you guys got to understand, in Amway, the top income earner now, number one guy making the most money, came in at year 22, and we're at year 10. You've got to get excited about that, and you got to realize that whatever people say, regardless of what people will say in life, if they're not winning, if they're not happy, if they're not fulfilled, if they don't have the results you want in life, it's hard to take their opinion in this business. You can't, because they're trying to steal your dreams, and it's not because they don't love you. They're trying to protect you. But what they don't know, they don't know. And sometimes people can be genuinely wrong. So what I got excited about, guys, was the fact that dreams don't work unless you work. And you got to understand that you got to have a work ethic. You can't just dream these big dreams. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, just have a positive mindset. Everything's going to work out. It won't. You have to have a certain mindset. Yes, 100%. But if you don't back it with work, if you don't put in work every day, this isn't going to happen. But the dreams and the mindset will help you do that. Why? Because if you feel a certain way, if we can visualize 1 to 2 to 3 times a day with those goal cards that Bob Proctor gave us this weekend, and even if you don't have those, it's easy to create. If you're not visualizing every day, you're not going to feel like you feel right now or how you feel when you think about those things. And if you don't feel that way, then you're not going to act out of purpose. You're not going to act out of growth and contribution, and nothing's going to work. If you can act because you feel great, that's going to force action, and action creates results, and results creates more belief, and then it just compiles, and you've got a growing business and a growing life. So what you've got to take away is the biggest thing, I think, is putting your dreams to paper. It's great to think about them all the time, but if you don't write them pen and paper, a lot of the times they don't work out. Something magical happens when you physically write something down, pen, paper, and I think it's just it becomes real. If you write it, you see it, you probably read it, you're like, damn, I can do this. I can make this thing happen. And so you have to write it down. These things have to be written down. Print out your vision board. Okay. A lot of people say you have to be a certain way to have massive success. A lot of people say, you know, you've got to be this tall or this strong or this, that, or this. You've got to work here. You've got to have sales experience. You've got to be this charismatic person all the time, or you've got to have come from money, or there's so many things people make up as excuses when they're just wrong. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what you're doing right now. What matters is where you're going. And when you're talking to your friends and when you're talking to your family about your dreams, they're going to laugh. Ha, 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 ha. It's going to happen. I've had it happen. Michael Sotero's had it happen, right? All these success, Alex Bourne probably, Brad Alcazan, I guarantee. All these people have had their dreams laughed at. You know who else had that problem? Jesus Christ. Okay? Now, I'm not creating, you know, a religious connotation there. I'm just saying you got to understand that people will try and disrupt you from what you're doing. And you've got to hold on to your dreams. I know I'm spending a lot of time talking about that, but it's so important. I've seen so many people come into this business and have their dreams stolen by people that cared about them. But at the end of the day, if you don't care more about your dreams and yourself, these people won't care about you for long because you won't be growing, you won't be contributing. Now, what I really wanted to talk about, we're really ending this thing, you know, the next couple of minutes, is this is the biggest thing that happened for me. Once I made this decision, guys, everything changed for me. People will buy you only once you buy you. If your dreams aren't big enough, if you don't really believe in the power of your dreams, do you think you really believe in yourself? Do you think you'd really buy yourself? You know, if you're sitting in a convention like this, we were at this weekend with over 700 people sitting there, and imagine if a new person walked in. Imagine if someone who knew about Vemma, knew about the Alliance, but they're like, I'm just trying to find a sponsor. They walk in and they get to decide who they're going to partner up with. Who would they partner up? Would they partner up with you? Would you choose you? If you walked in and you saw the entire room and you saw people who were taking notes, you saw people who were sitting upright, you saw people who dressed well, you saw people who were caring about what was happening on stage, would you choose you? And I think that's a really big thing to analyze, because that means that if they would choose you and if you would choose you, you buy yourself. And if you buy yourself, your friends are going to buy you, and people that you want to come into this business are going to buy you as well. So you have to understand that until you buy you, your friends, your family, anyone who you want to be involved in this business with you and partner up in the Alliance with you, they won't buy you. So you have to buy you first. Believe and know that you're good enough. Believe and know that you're good enough. I can't say this enough times, because so many people come to this business and think they can't do this thing. So many people don't believe that they can have, you know, the thousands of dollars a month. Some people don't believe that they can have time freedom. Some people don't believe that they can achieve and be on stage. Some people don't believe that they can create the body that they want to create. Some people don't believe that they can lose the weight. Some people don't believe they can put on the weight. Some people don't believe in themselves. And you have to know that you're good enough. You have to know that you were created to do big things. You have to know that these dreams that were placed in your head, they're there for a reason. They're there for a reason. Now, a lot of people say, oh, you're just hearing voices in your head. Well, damn, these voices got some great ideas sometimes, right? So why don't you believe in the power of your dreams? Why don't you believe in what's up here? Why don't you believe in the positivity that's happening up here? Because there's so much negativity outside. Sometimes you just got to believe in the crazy stuff that happens up here, because it's the only thing that's real. Now, as I'm closing this thing down, guys, please practice visualization. Do it for, 2, 5, 10 minutes a day, 3 times a day. I'm telling you, it'll change the way you feel. It'll change your physiology. It'll create a feeling within you that makes you want to go out there and help other people. And if you fall in love with helping other people, all your dreams can come true. And that's the damn truth. That's it. It's the truth. It's just the way the world works. And, at the end of the day, guys, I want to tell you a story, and we'll finish with that. And this was told to me by my good friend Bryce Madick, Star Ambassador, and he told it this weekend, and I think it's really powerful. It talks about visualization. It's the basketball free throw story. I don't know if you guys have heard it. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. There was a study done, and there were 3 teams. They selected 3 teams, and they created them. And the first team, and they were going to see who made the most free throws after practice. So the first team, they didn't practice at all. They didn't pick up a basketball. They didn't touch it. No practice, zero, zilch. The second team, they practiced free throws. They physically practiced. They shot at the line. They practiced. And the third team, they just visualized it. They closed their eyes, and they imagined it. Now, what's the difference between these 3, and what were the results? The difference is the first team, they didn't practice at all. They didn't think about it. If you don't think, you lose. Period. End of story. And if you don't practice, I mean, you're even, worse off. Now, so they obviously weren't in the equation. But between 2 and 3, between teams 2 and 3, those who practiced and those who visualized, who do you think won? If you said the people who practiced, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. Because when you practice, sometimes you're going to miss, right? Now, if you believe in yourself, you believe in the power of your dreams, when you visualize, it's right every time. It's perfect every time. When I visualize, the yacht's there. The car's there, right? The jet's not broken. The car's not out of gas. Everything in my life is perfect in my dreams. It's perfect every time. The people who visualize won. So I implore you not to just practice this business. I implore you not to just do this business on a regular basis, but visualize the results that you can have as big as you can think. The Magic of Thinking Big is a book that I think we should all read. And it's so powerful because it talks about when you have small goals, it's great to focus on small things that'll get you to big goals. But if you don't focus on something bigger, you're going to fall short. I think, probably all of our moms used to tell us, shoot for the moon, because if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. And that's something that stuck with me for my whole life. And, lastly, guys, dream big dreams, because small dreams have no magic. And in this world where we have the power to control everything and there's so much good in it, we need to dream big, and we need to think that we can do big things and help other people and grow tremendously, because it's possible. So the main thing I wanted to get from you guys tonight is to dream bigger. Start dreaming really big. Write it down. Write out in the positive present tense. So not I will have this, or I will be wealthy, or I will have this yacht, or I will help this many people. I am wealthy. I am successful. I am happy. I am the best network marketer ever. I do contribute thousands of dollars every month to different foundations and things that I love. I do this. I am this. It's positive present. It's already happening. Because when you have that feeling, when you believe in that, the universe is funny, and there's laws that control it, and you've got to understand that if you want things in life, you have to abide by those laws, and using the positive present is a way to attract everything you want. Because if you think of things in the future as if they'll never happen, they won't. They've already happened for you. Everything that you need right now is already within you. Believe that and just buy into that. Buy into you. Buy into this dream that you have. Buy into the crazy voices up top, because they are real. They're genuine, and they're you. Lastly, guys, create the dream board and practice this visualization every day. Last thing, guys, promote the calls for tomorrow. We have 2 big calls coming up tomorrow. They're every night. Obviously, the Alliance webinars, 7 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Pacific. And they're going to be at night, obviously, 7 and 8 Pacific, just like tonight. We have special guests, presidential leaders, Brian Caligari and Cody Gregor, tomorrow night, coming to you live, 7 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Pacific, for the opportunity webinar at 7 and the training webinar at 8. Remember, Alliance, we're here to help people improve their health and create wealth. Let's go out there, let's contribute, and let's grow. Good night.